EA Sports, within the game. That was the perfect call out there. Once he got the block, he made a move. He was headed to the end zone.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dak going to start out going to the air. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got
touchdown! Jake Ferguson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Draw play, Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And here's a sneak on 4th and a long way to go. Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to air one out. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, kill! 47! We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Why is
Prescott off play action. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
On 1st down, Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive. And
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Throwing is Hurts. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Wright. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage. And
don't you think that both offenses are really catching it?
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal? In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
19 Tigers.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Prescott yet again. And that will be incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 30 yards. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one.
They keep looking his way, and he certainly keeps delivering. That puts him just shy of 200 yards receiving now for the game. And I've got a feeling they'll keep calling his number until the end. Gotta wonder, if you're on defense and you know he's getting the ball, can't you make an adjustment?
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Second down and goal. Hurts. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Score Eagles 28, Cowboys 14. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter, a 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. But he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
And again, it's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a keeper with Prescott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another run here with Sanders. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Prescott to throw it. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Dak. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way. It's a keeper with Prescott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's a keeper with Prescott. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in Mac.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
He's back to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Now Dak. This is caught. It's Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and Quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Here's Prescott.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And he's got a man complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 42-all. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The swift kick taken in right around the 32.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air.
That's caught inside the 20. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a